Hello, my name is Carlos de la Torre. I have been working on populism for quite a while. And the book that I'm going to introduce to you, entitled Populisms, A Quick Immersion, is a book written for a general public about a topic that is of great interest nowadays. In the past years, populism was confined to the hands of historians that will, for instance, look and debate at the legacies of the US Populist Party in the 19th century. Also, it was a topic of interest for Latin American scholars who will talk about the similarities and differences between Peronism in Argentina in the 1940s and 50s with Chavez's Venezuela at the turn of the 21st century. But in the last few years, the term populism has been used to describe a series of politicians all over the world. Large democracies such as Brazil, India, and the United States were ruled by populist presidents. And many movements and politicians that are described by the media and pundits and scholars are populists, or self-describe themselves as populists, are becoming more important worldwide. So what do I do in this book? First of all, I talk about how different scholars have analyzed populism, and I show that populism is a particular way of understanding politics. It's a way of understanding politics in which political rivals are considered to be enemies. When you deal with a rival, you try to argue with that person. When you are dealing with an enemy, you want to put boundaries and you want to silence that enemy. Another thing that populists do is that they consider that a section of the population is the right people and the rest of the population doesn't matter. For instance, in several experiences, anti-immigrants are not considered to be, or non-whites are not considered to be part of the real people. In Latin America, is those who belong to the oligarchy, those who belong to the upper classes. That's very anti-democratic because a section of the population is marginalized as not belonging to the people. And finally, in populism, there is a leader who behaves and thinks of herself or himself as the embodiment of the people. The legacies of populism for democracy have been very complicated. On the one hand, populists have politicized exclusions, socioeconomic exclusions, cultural exclusions, but the cost has been to transform rivals into enemies, to attack the media, to enter into war against the media, to try to colonize organizations in civil society. So in the book you will read what the legacies of populism have been. On the one hand, they have included some sections of the population, but this inclusion has been authoritarian. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the book.